Hi, I welcome you all for our course Digital Principles and System Design. Today we are going to continue with the multiplexer concept. In the last class itself we have started discussing about that. Today also we are going to continue with this multiplexer. Multiplexer is otherwise known as data selector. As the name implies, it is going to select one input among the multiple inputs, and that one input will be connected to the output. So in simply we can say that multiplexer is a circuit which takes many inputs and gives out one output. Okay. Now we'll see through a block diagram. Two power n by 1 multiplexer. Multiplexer is abbreviated as MUX. It is going to take 2 power n data inputs and then n selection inputs. N selection inputs. This selection inputs only deciding the number of data inputs. That is, for example, if n is equal to 2, the number of data inputs is going to be 4. So which means that we are designing a 4 by 1 multiplexer. If selection input is 3, then the number of data inputs is going to be 8. So then we are going to design an 8 by 1 multiplexer. Okay. Output is always 1 irrespective of any number of inputs you are going to give. Okay. So this is general block diagram of a multiplexer. Okay. Now we will see an example of how we are going to design a 4 by 1 multiplexer. Okay. Four by 1 multiplexer. So 4 by 1 means how many selection inputs? 2 selection inputs, S1, S0, and how many data inputs? Then 4 data inputs, right? I0, I1, I2, and then I3. Output is always going to be one output, right? This is called as an Y. We'll write the function table for this 4 by 1 multiplexer. Okay. Zero 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 1 1 0 1 1. If selection input is 0 0, the output Y will be taking the input I0. If it is 0 1, output is getting connected with the input I1. If it is 1 0, the output is connected with I2. 1 1 means the data input will be available in output, that is I3. I3 will be available in the output. Okay. This is the interpretation. If the selection input S1 S0 is 0 0, this I0 will be connected to the single output line called as Y. If it is 0 1, I1 will be entering the output line. If it is 1 0, I2 will be entering the output line. And if it is 1 1, I3 will be entering the output line. Okay. That is why this multiplexer is otherwise known as data selector. In this example, multiplexer selects one input among the 4 inputs, and that one input is connected with the single output. Clear? Now we will see the logical diagram of this 4 by 1 multiplexer. So if you want to design a 4 by 1 multiplexer, first you need to design 2 by 4 decoder. So very simple way to design it. So S1, I think we have already seen 2x4 decoder. We are going to repeat the same circuit here. Okay. This is S1 and this is S0. Okay. So this is S1 dash and this one is S2 dash. Okay. So what's that? I0 will be connected to this and S1 dash and S2 dash will be connected to this AND. Okay. Then this is 0 0. Okay. Then 0 1. 0 1. 0 means we will be taking it from S1 dash. 1 means we are taking the S0 directly and we are going to combine the I2 input with this AND gate. Okay. Similarly, then 1 0, right? 1 0 means you have to take S1 directly and then here S0, sorry, it is not S2 dash, it is S0 dash, sorry. 1 0 means, so I am taking S1 directly. 0 means we should get 1 the AND gate, so we are going to take S0 dash here. Okay. Then I3 is combine this with AND. Then finally 1 1 means we are going to take the S1 S0 directly, right? Because it represents 1 1. S1 and then S0. Once again I have committed a mistake. It is I1. Sorry, I1. It is I2. Now what I am going to do with is I3, right? I3. Yeah. Then we are this is nothing but a simple 2x4 decoder as of now. One minor change I am doing is I am connecting the data input, 4 data inputs with each AND gate, right? Then I am going to combine all these 4 outputs through an OR gate. Okay, this is our single output called as an Y. Okay, so this is our multiplexer. If you want to design a 4x1 multiplexer, you need to design a 2x4 decoder and you need to connect the data inputs with the all the AND gates. Okay, unique data inputs with all the AND gates. For example, I0 is connected with the first AND gate, I1 is connected with the second AND gate, I2 is connected with the third AND gate, I3 is connected with the fourth AND gate, and we need to combine all the outputs of the AND gates and you should give it to a single OR gate that will produce a common output. Okay, so you can refer the function table. When S1 S0 is 0 0, when S1 S0 0 means what will be happening? We will be taking S1 dash becomes 1, S0 dash becomes 1. Then 1 into I0, it will reach the OR gate. Obviously, the other outputs are disabled. In OR gate, if any one of the values not 0, output would be the not 0 value. So here I0 will be the answer. If S1 S0 is 0 1, 0 1 means what is happening? S1 dash we are taking, so it becomes 1. 0 means S naught is already is 1, no? So 1, 1, and we are combining it with I1. Obviously, if this value is enabled, the other outputs of AND gates will be disabled. So what would be the output of this AND gate? I1. I1 is sent to an OR gate. So the output will be coming out as an I1, right? Similarly, we'll check with I2. 1, 0. 1, 0 means we'll take S1 directly here, right? We'll be taking S1 directly here. S0 we are taking it from complement, that becomes 1. So 1, 1, 1, 1, then I2. 1 into 1 into I2 becomes I2. That will be reaching the OR gate as an input. Then that will be coming out as a Y. That is I2. Similarly, 1, 1. If you give 1, 1 means we are taking the value of 1, 1 from S1 directly, and then S0 directly, and we are combining I3 value. So this becomes 1 into I3, then AND output would be I3, that will be given to an OR gate, then we will be getting Y as an I3. Okay, this is how the 4x1 multiplexer works. If you want to design an 8x1 multiplexer, what you need to do it? You need to first draw the 3x8 decoder and combine the 8 outputs of AND gates to a and give it as an input to a single OR gate. Okay, the output of OR gate would be our output of our multiplexer. Okay, similarly you can design any combinations of multiplexer. Okay, now you see an applications of multiplexer. See the application of multiplication, that is we can implementation of Boolean expression is possible. Boolean expression is possible using multiplexer. Okay, this is the most important application of a multiplexer. Okay. Now we'll go through an example directly. Implement F equal to sigma m 0, 1, 3, 5, 6 using a multiplexer. Now we are going to see how this expression can be implemented using a multiplexer. First you look at the given min term 6. Okay, so how many bits are there? 110, right? Okay, so we need to write the values starting from 0 to the 7, because that is the last 3-bit number. Okay, the first step you need to do that. Right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just start circling the min terms given in the problem in this. Okay. We will take it as this is as an A dash and this is as an A. Okay. Because we have written the term starting with 0 and this is the term starting with 1. You can see that 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Here 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So that is why we are writing it as an A dash and A. Now you start circling the terms which are present in the given problem. 0, 1, and then 3, 5, and then 6. Okay, now we'll see that Here what is that? 0 is nothing but our A dash. 0 is here, that corresponds to A dash. If both the values are circled, we have to take the value as a 1. Okay. Here, which value is circled? 6. That is against the value A. So you have to take it as A. Here, it is A dash. You can ask, if none of the values are circled, means what we should do? If none of the values are not circled, then you should put the value as 0. If both the values are circled, you should put the value as a 1. Otherwise, you need to represent the corresponding literals against the row. Okay. For example, here 0 alone is circled, so I have written as A dash. Here 3 alone is circled, it is also I have written as an A dash. Here 6 alone has been circled, I have written as A. Okay. Now we are going to design a multiplexer. Okay. So you can see here. Now we are going to design a 4x1 multiplexer for this 4 data inputs. I0, I1, I2, I3. Four by one multiplexer. So what is I0? It is A dash. A dash, you can give it like this. This is A and this is going to be A dash. So it is I0. Okay. Then 1. We can give the logical input 1 here itself. This is I1. Then A we can take it from here itself. This is I2. And once again A dash. We can take it from here. And this will become our I3. Then we need to have 2 selection inputs that we can take it as B and C, and one output it is called as an Y. So these are, we need to implement this Boolean expression using a multiplexer. Okay, so this is I0. It looks like D, it is I0. Okay, is it clear? We'll see one more example so that you can familiar with this Boolean implementation using multiplexer. We'll go for one more example. Implement f equal to sigma m 0, 1, 2, 4, 7, 9, 11, 12, 14. Okay. So look at the maximum in terms. It requires 4 bits to represent. That is 14 requires 4 bits to represent. So we need to write all the minterms that consist of 4 bits. That is, we need to start writing the values from 0 to 50. Okay. In the previous example itself, I have told you that the first row we have to write all the minterms which start with 0. Right. Second row we have to write all the minterms that start with 1. Okay, so first row is obviously it is going to 0 to 7, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For second row it is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. As I already told you, the first row represents the values that start with 0. 0 is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Here 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0 and so on. Okay. So this row is designated as A dash. This row, that is second row, start with the bit 1 is represented as A. Okay, now we'll start circling according to the given problem. 0 is present in a given problem, so round off it. Then 1, 2, 4, 7. Okay. Then 9, 11, 12, then 14. Okay. In the previous example itself, I have told you, if in the, across the column, if any one of the values circled, you have to write the corresponding literals. Here 0 is circled, we are going to write A dash. Okay. For this one, 1, 9. If both the values are circled, we have to put 1. For this, it is A dash. For this value, it is A. For this, both the values are circled, it is 1. So none of the values are circled, it is, you have to make it as 0. Then it is A, and this one is A dash. So how many data inputs is coming for this problem? 8, I0, I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, I6, and then I7. Now we are going to construct the block diagram for this using an 8x1 multiplexer, because how many data inputs are there? 8 data inputs. Okay. (8x1) multiplexer. Okay. What is the first value? A dash. So what we need to do? You have to give it to an inverter. So A dash. This is I0. Second one is 1. We can give it directly. This is I1. Third one is A dash. Once again it is A dash. You can take it from here. I3 is A. You can bring it from here. I3. I4 is 1. Once again 1. You can take it from here. 1. This is I4. I5 is 0. So it is a logical input 0. You can write as I5. I6 is A. Once again A. So A is here available. So I can take it from here. I6. Then I7 A dash. A dash you can take it from here. I7, right? So 8 data inputs means how many selection inputs? 3 selection inputs. You can take it as B, C, and D. The only one output is called as Y. Okay. So this is the implementation of Boolean expression using multiplexer. It is one of the important application of the multiplexer. Thank you. Now we are going to discuss about demultiplexer. Demultiplexer does the reverse operation of a multiplexer. What is multiplexer? It takes many inputs and gives one output. Demultiplexer takes one input and gives many outputs. Okay. Demultiplexer is otherwise known as data distributor. I think you can remember the other name of multiplexer. Multiplexer's other's name is data selector. The other name of a demultiplexer is data distributor. Okay. This is the simple block diagram of 1 by 2 power n demultiplexer. Okay, which means that one input and two power n outputs. 2 power n outputs. Here n selection inputs. So how we can define this, or we can understand the working principle of demultiplexer is only one data. This selection input will decide this data should be traveled in which of the 2 power n channels available. Okay, that is the working principle of an demultiplexer. So we'll be having only one data. The selection inputs will decide that this one data should travel in which of the 2 power n output channels. That is why it is called as a data distributor. In which channel the data has to be distributed. Okay, that is the aim of an demultiplexer. 1 by 2 power n. So if n selection input is 2 means we are going to design a 1 by 4 demultiplexer. If selection input is going to be 3, then we are going to design a 1 by 8 demultiplexer and so on. Okay. Now we can design 1 by 4 demultiplexer. Okay, 1 by 4 demultiplexer. Now we'll see, we'll take 2 selection inputs. We will take 2 selection inputs, S1 and S0. This is S1 dash, this is S0 dash. Okay, then 4 outputs that we are going to take as 4 AND gates. Okay, and we are going to give one data input that should be connected to all the AND gates. Okay. This is I, this is our data input that should be connected to all the AND gates. Now, so as I already told you, based on the selection input, the channel will be selected. So now we are going to give S1 dash S0 here, and then S0 here. That is 0 0. Then 0 1. 0 1 means we are going to take S1 dash here. Okay, I think it is S0, not S1 dash. This is S0 dash. Okay. So first one is S1 dash, and then this is from here we have to take S0 dash. Okay. Then 0 1. 0 1 means what we need to do? We need to take S1 dash to make it as 1, and then 1 means we have to take S0 alone. So we can take 1 here. Okay. Then 1 0. 1 0 means we have to take S1 directly in this situation. S1 directly, and then S0 should be taken from inverter, that is not gate. Finally, 1 1. 1 1 means we have to take S1 directly as well as S0 directly. Okay. So D0, D1, D2, D3. Once again I am explaining it. The single data input is connected to all the 4 AND gates. Okay. Then S1 and S0 is acting as a selection inputs. These 2 selection inputs only decides that whether I should enter through D0 or through D1 or D2 or D3. Simply I can say that if S1 S0 is 0 0, I will choose a channel called as a D0. That is, the data will travel through this channel D0. If S1 S0 is 0 1, the I data will be traveling through the channel called as a D1. If S1 S0 is 1 0, it will travel through D2. If S1 S0 is 1 1, it will travel through D3. Okay. So I will write down the function table. Data input, okay, selection input, S1, S0, and then output D0, D1, D2, D3. Okay, data input is I for all, okay. I, that is 0 0, through which channel it will go? I. Others output would be 0. 0 1 means the data will travel through D1. 1 0 means it will travel through D2. And 1 1 means it will travel through D3. Okay. So this is how the multiplexer is working. Thank you for listening.